Hey Josh, it's Tuesday, and first off, to answer your question from last week, I don't really know, to be completely honest. I don't really play a lot of games that I feel have political meanings behind them. The closest one might be Persona, or Persona 5, but even that was mostly just that wasn't really specifically on like a political stance or anything, because literally every enemy in there was just the worst of the worst of society. So I don't really have an answer for that. And then like the only other game that I can really say is my favorite game as of the moment would be the Kingdom Hearts series. Although I have started getting into, I'm starting to get a lot deeper into Tales of Zestiria, I think is what it's called, which has some political neutrality in it, but I don't really have an answer. So yeah, um, don't really have any other answers for you. So sorry. So on to the topic of this video, I'm on break. Yay! I still haven't gotten my grades yet. I haven't checked today yet, but so far they haven't been updated. Well, my history hasn't updated. My CCS was updated 2 weeks ago, I think, or a week and a half, probably a week and a half ago. That one was up. I got a 84, I believe, in my CCS class. So yeah, not bad. Hopefully, I did just as well in my history. So I'm on break. I don't know what to do with the break though. All that I've really been doing is that I've been writing up stuff on in my world, which, speaking of politics, I'm starting to get pretty heavy into that bit with my world. I think I briefly mentioned it at some point, but my world for D&D has a civil war that's starting to form. It hasn't started yet. The rebels, who I believe I'm naming them Corellon's Chosen, because their boss is a cleric of Corellon. So yeah, but I'm starting to get into the nitty-gritty with that. So the whole thing that I have with Corellon's Chosen, the rebel group, I'm probably gonna eventually change it because Corellon's Chosen doesn't really sound the greatest. And it does sound pretty pompous, which is not what I want to go for. But basically, what is going on with my world? It's actually, I like to think that it's an interesting idea that I'm sure has been used 1,000 times before because it works in storytelling. But the rebels are trying to take down the corruption in the Crownsguard. I forget the full name of it. I can check. It's a something or other Legion. I need to unbury my binder, or not binder. I guess it'd be a binder. Convernelis Legion, that's what it is. Convernelis. That's the full name of the Crownsguard, because the Emperor's last name is whatever it was that I said there. I need to get that ingrained into my mind, which it's funny because I created the name. But honestly, the way that I created the name was that I just threw a bunch of letters together and I was just like, that looks good. But yeah, so they're trying to take down the corruption in the Empire because they feel like money that should be sent to places that need it are not getting sent. And the beginning of it, I think, was kind of interesting, and I think my players kind of overshadowed it a bit or didn't really pick up on it. The start was in a was on an island, which is actually the home island of one of my characters, and that island was technically speaking under the control of the Crownsguard, but the islanders were just like, we don't give a crap what you guys are doing, just stay out of our business. You can say whatever you want about the island, just stay out of our business, basically. And what happened was that there was a demon raid on that island, and the Crownsguard were nowhere to be seen because, you know, the islanders were like, get the heck out of our business. And, so yeah, it's not exactly the best. I'm kind of trying to make it morally gray on both ends, because the crown or the Empire has given a lot to the education of the children of the Empire. It's protected it's protected villages from barbarians. It's protected it's just done a lot to protect people, but through corruption, of course, because corruption exists everywhere. And so my party is, well, party meaning one of the characters, who is kind of the de facto leader, was like, I'm gonna stop the corruption on both ends, and it's just like, ha, good luck with that, I'm writing the story. And they're both corrupt. They're both incredibly corrupt. Or not exactly corrupt, but definitely morally gray on both ends, because the rebels have hired assassins to kill, or to attempt to kill higher-ups in the Empire. Actually, they sent an assassin on one of my party members, in, like, the second session, I think. So there's a lot of stuff there that is not good on both ends, but that's the whole point. I actually have been talking with my friend Anthony about it, just sort of getting his opinion on things, because he's not in that group, so I feel like I can tell him a lot of what I have in mind for the story, without spoiling anything, because like I said, he's not in it, and I have a lot of other friends that are also Dungeon Masters that I could talk to as well, but a lot of them are in my campaign, at least somewhat. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun writing it. They're actually going to be going to the capital here, hopefully in the next session. That's what I have written, and I hope that they follow it. I try not to railroad them, but sometimes it's just like, there's big story parts in this area. I could make stuff up for these other areas, but but it's just kind of like, I want you guys to get to the story that I've been crafting here for the past year and a half or something. Actually, probably more than that. I think it's probably been about 2.5 years that I've been making it, because I think I started writing it either freshman or first or second year in college. So yeah, I guess that'll do it for this video. So wow, this is going long. So I guess, Josh, my question for you is, do you have any ideas on how to have sort of a gray area? I know that you're big into a lot of politics, as noted by your last video, and I just wanted to have it be a gray area, but it's very difficult for me because I'm not used to writing gray area. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. So Josh, I will see you on Friday. Later, bro.